This video is all about helping you to understand how you might add an outside entrance to your basement. You probably don't have one now, but if the ability to get into your basement from outside is a huge benefit, not just during the finishing process, because it's a whole lot easier to bring materials in through a separate entrance than it is to drag them all the way through your house, but also because it just makes your basement that much more useful forever. So what we've got here is an illustration of the basement. It's possible to cut through and to make an opening like this. No matter what your basement is made out of, that's possible. And there are saws and things that make pretty quick work of this sort of thing. Now what we've got going on here is a precast concrete outside basement unit. So you'd buy something like this. Your basement would be prepared for it. So an excavation would be done. The hole would be cut. Some holes would be drilled here and here and here to accept threaded rod that's cast into the prefabbed unit. So a crane would lower this in place. There's a gasket around the outside that waterproofs the connection to your house. And then washers and nuts are installed and tightened up here where the threaded rod comes through. So that's your basic outside entrance in as probably as easy a way as you could get. As I said, it's prefabricated. These units come with a weather cover. It's a hinged weather cover. It's not actually a roof as such, but it does keep the water off, and it's meant to go with this unit. And this is kind of the basic approach to how things would work. There will probably be some sort of a drain in the floor in case water gets in. And if your soil is light around here, then you don't have to do anything else except maybe put a little bit of crushed stone underneath to give a place for the water to go. Now, if you wanted something a little larger or more lavish, you could build an outside entrance like a little house with its own roof. So you'd excavate more ground than what's been shown here. You would create a kind of a footing for some walls that could be built. It could be poured, it could be blocks, and it would take you not only up above ground level, not only to ground level, but above ground level, and you could have a roof on that as well. That is, I think, the nicest form of outside entrance because it's the easiest to walk down. You'll have a normal door here on this side, and you'll just open the door and walk downstairs. You can also create the same sort of thing that you have here, except with no roof and just better drainage down here at the bottom. So essentially it's open, and any water that falls in would drain down and away from your building. But this is the prospect in a nutshell. And as I said, it's very much worthwhile. The ability to come into your house from outside, especially into some sort of a workroom or a utility room, really boosts the value of having a finished basement, and I would certainly strongly recommend it.